It's me, Freddy, in the hot seat today. Let's explain quickly what happened with our Tomb of Annihilation campaign.
Ooh,
Eh,
can I do
We
that?
all,
Can I do that? Can I do
eh.
that?
Yes, please.
you
The
are
rule was
most
let's
welcome.
allow the old GM to.
Yeah. So what happened?
tell.
I the long break about what a couple of weeks. We did continue to fight. They all died except for one character.
Truth survived.
Who you might meet later on. What?
Do you
So
want me to import him into this game?
no, please don't.
No,
So yeah.
not yet.
So we're starting a new game.
And it's me on the hot seat. This is the world of Epitaph, and it's of my own creation, sorta. I think things get confusing once you break down where you get inspiration from, but nevertheless, it's lovely day so far. You are on an airship traveling the vast seas towards the destination you've only heard about in stories and songs. It's a much famous place called Exaldria. Now, you're all on the deck of the ship when your captain, Jacob, what did I call him? Yeah, Jacob Birkenbauer stands up and says, "Now, I know you're all very excited to see what we're going to do today. And we're going to do what we did yesterday and what we did before, training exercises, and afterwards cleaning up the mess you leave behind. Now, I've heard for some of you that you've taken up the hobby of shitting out the sides of the deck, and I would much appreciate not doing that. First of all, what the hell? Who does that? I'm looking at you, Gong. And the Gong is an orc standing 7 feet tall, kind of hunched over, reading on the rating, and he's like, huh? Yeah, it's Gong. Okay, fine. Not, don't come at me with that. It's very much disturbing. Now, I hope you all enjoyed your time so far. How about you? Um, Preston, was it?
You're not having a terrible time, I suppose. Ship's a ship.
Good to hear. Now get to work! And he leaves you to do your work. Now, I want to ask you a question. Since the ship has about 33 men each, and that means that you have sleeping arrangements that are odd numbered, which leads to the case of you all sharing a room together with Derek. Derek is like the worst roommate ever. He is always meditating, has incense lighted, and he doesn't even do it by the window. He's just in the middle of the room. He calls it, "It's my feng shui, man. I gotta do it like this." And he never picks up his clothes. They're just all across the room, and like he doesn't understand the concept of personal property. So, like your toothbrush, he's used it. Did he ask first? No.
I have a question. Are we still at ports or have we taken?
You've already taken off.
How much trouble will I be if I just threw him off the ship?
Well, to be fair, I had a similar idea, but it involved more of a rope harness, no clothes, and it's still securely attached to a mast over the side of the ship.
Would he
Um,
still be alive though?
He would, but it wouldn't be comfortable. It'd be incredibly embarrassing, and it's something that we sailors used to heckle like swabbies.
He is a human with severed dreads, a tan skin, and chill attitude. It's like wearing shorts, just shorts. I don't get the big idea, man. Let's just hang out. Have a chill sesh.
Are you sure we cannot kill him?
I mean, you
To
can
be
try.
fair, I think I'm going to downgrade him from silk rope to hemp.
Maybe chain.
Do you have any chain on an airship?
Oh, let's see. Oh, I had chain. I had chain. No, I don't. No, it does not look like
Well, it
it.
can get very slippery in some places, and he might just slip off the side.
That would be great.
So I feel like you kind of bonded together over the fact that you hate Derek so much.
Oh, Derek's an asshole.
You have like a support group together.
I don't mind him that much. It's fine.
Which is yes, you open out. So, the day is yours. What do you want to do?
Oh, I'd also like to mention I have two toothbrushes. Two toothbrushes.
Okay.
One that I had used during my swabby days of cleaning latrines and such, that I leave out all the time, and the other one that I pretty much always have on my person because fuck everyone, they're not getting my toothbrush.
Wait, so that was for toilets? Oh man, I used to just scrub my back. Shit.
Well, I really want to kill him now. Can we just kill him?
Chill out, dude. Why you gotta kill me? Well, you know what? Your mission statement, so far as you've been told, is to travel to the island to discover why it suddenly ceased to communicate with the outside world, and or uncover any mysteries that you might find there. You've been offered money or any other means you needed to get on board, like perhaps levancy in regards to certain rules or various crimes one has committed before.
Oh.
Or maybe it just was a quick escape from a situation one found oneself in. Oh, you're going out of this land where I'm currently being haunted? Sure, sign me up. There, Derek gets up and says, I'm gonna go and like chill on the deck. You get it? You get it? And he just leaves you alone in the room. He didn't pick up his sandals or anything. He did just lying there on the ground.
So, who here has hidden his stash of oranges and various sundry citrus?
Oh, I just do want the ship.
It's a waste of supplies.
No, I took a couple of them before I did.
Still, the rest of us could definitely use that anti-scurvy measure, but Derek, I think, definitely use a bit of scurvy to knock him down a peg or two.
It's no real loss.
Indeed. You just gonna stay in the room together?
No, I'm going up. I'm going upstairs, up onto the. No. Oh.
Okay, you go up to the top deck, and the ship isn't exactly as pictured there. Imagine the wings are still there, but there's also two auxiliary crystal motors shutting off on one side over here and over here, which is basically sending a forth in. Make me a Arcana check. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first rule of the game.
Yeah, you're not exactly sure how it works, but it's magic, so you kind of figure it's probably why the ship isn't falling down. And and you recognize that it probably is some kind of anti-gravitational field. It pushes out so it can go up and down and lessens the intensity of it. While you're on the deck, you see Thulius, thick-skinned lizard man. He's just like washing the deck. He has a pretty cool back tattoo. You have seen it a million times before. And another one he hasn't shown you yet. He keeps on talking about it. You also see Patricia in her female presenting form, checking to see the ropes are good attached to the side of the ship. Condition of it. You see Gong just still sitting there by the railing, kind of like staring into the vast expanse of the ocean.
But was I giving anything like?
You were put in charge of barrel making and making sure the barrels are still fully functioning. Because they figured you probably knew about that or wanted to learn more about
What's Derek's job?
it. Derek, much to Jacob's dismay, Derek hasn't shown any sort of talent regarding any sort of work. So he's just put him in charge of human resources.
I teach him how to tie a rope harness, and then after he masters that, I'll take him up a mast and teach him ropes and stuff like that up there. The harness is very it's designed in such a way that if sold, it would put them in a very compromising position. And I've also tied my harness the very same way. However, with a few hard to notice changes that don't put me in a compromising position if I fall.
Okay, I would have made you roll an athletics check, but that's fine now. Yeah, so you show him how to tie the ropes around check them, and Patricia just kind of mocked him. Hey! I was doing that. Get your own job.
My job's also to help with the lines and such. I mean, it's really hard to pull in a sail single-handedly.
Oh yeah? Watch me. And she tries to do it and gets yanked up in the rafters of it, and kind of like, I planned this.
Did she remember to tie a harness?
No.
I think I'll just leave you up there to learn you a lesson.
You get back here and you help me down. Actually, no, go.
Hope you
I can handle this. I never met a dwarf who was scared of heights.
Look like you're having some problems up there.
I certainly hope you have some significant grip strength up there, Patty, because I wouldn't want to fall from that height.
I've got this. It's kind of thing that's back and forth a bit, like and tries to climb up, and does not seem to be going well so far. And then it looks like she's about to fall, but then she manages to swing just enough so that she smashes face first into the mast, but clambers onto it and shimmies down. See, I told you I got it. Kind of spits blood out.
All right, Derek, your turn.
Ah, man, I just gotta chill just a bit more. I get to it. Don't worry.
You want to know a secret, Derek?
I love secrets.
A great place to take a nap? Right in the crook of a mast, or in the crow's nest.
He kind of looks around a bit, and his threads like flowing in the wind around you. Yeah. That will be a gnarly spot. I get it. It's too much effort, though. And he just
Well, that's why I
slumps
had-
back down again.
That's why I had you learn the harness, so in case you ever do want to go up there and take a nap, if you roll over, you won't die. I'm just that considerate.
That would be
Or you
most
could just
appreciated.
forego the harness and go up without it.
I get it, man. Total freeform. Anarchy. Yeah.
Is he gonna go up?
No, he's staying on the ground. He's just a lazy piece of shit. C, you are still in your room? Or
Pretty much. There's not. I would have either tried to convince them that I didn't need to do a job, or that I was a trained in medicine and would be an emergency doctor.
yeah, I think you've gotten convinced that you're a doctor of some sort. So you probably know and spent some time with Silvera Olfin. She is the high elf with long flowing. Where's the picture of her? Oh, it's not long flowing. It's short, brown, and trimmed hair. She has fair cheeks like many elves and pointy ears, of course. And right now she isn't wearing her armor that much. Just nice, comfortable robes and gloves, and carries on the pouch with medicine and stuff like that. So you're probably in her office, and she's like turns to you and says, "Right, just so not we don't see many patients right now. It's just boring."
Yeah, it's a darn shame. I mean, yeah. Probably good that people aren't getting hurt.
When you
Yeah.
say that, I think, one of us yelling at Garrett, "Garrett, get your butt up there! It's fine if you fall."
Nah, man, I gotta chill. I gotta learn to chill. Yeah, I mean, I spent most of my time adventuring, being out there in the fray and being in a fight. So these quiet moments, I just don't really like them. uh, he's like, um, what's your name again? I have your names. Pierre, you've almost got him convinced to lift himself up a bit, but he's just like still on the ground.
Oh,
It's gone to a half. He's gone actually to a sitting position now. Yeah, you've
+8.
Dang it! I was curious. I wasn't actually going to be trying, but I was just curious. Like,
I mean, I have a +8 to persuasion. If anyone's getting up that mass, is me.
it's just the laziness is factoring against you.
Maybe you should lean against the railing at the edge of the ship. You might get a really great view.
Oh, I got an idea. You want to recreate an idea, man? Want to recreate that scene from from the one book we all read called Titanic?
Yeah, go ahead.
But you gotta be behind me, man. You gotta be my Jack,
No, just go out there, spread your arms out wide, and feel the wind. Lean forward, look down at the land below.
Push, yeah.
okay, I have two quick questions. One's about Derek.
Okay.
Is he a light sleeper?
Actually, you've never actually seen him sleep. Um, actually, yeah, yes, you have seen him sleep, and he's a pretty heavy sleeper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second question. Does this ship have a figurehead?
It does now.
that would
It's,
definitely be a
Remember to
nice,
gag him.
Well, here's the other thing.
No, I won't gag him. I'll just rope off the bow.
Now,
So,
if
no
you
one-
need to push him over, I have a spell that can work with that.
no,
I was thinking about using grease, all honesty.
when he's asleep, just
So, not even what. Alright, so he goes over to the edge of the ship by the railing, by the front of it, and kind of stands with his arms spread out, like, "I'm the king of the world."
So
Actually,
Spark hits him off.
does he still have the
I'm the
rope
king of the
harness on?
world.
Jake,
Does
why
your-
don't you try to move towards like the point? Get a really good.
Did you just call him Jake?
What's his name again? Jacob.
Jake is my pet name. You guessed it,
Derek.
man.
His name is Derek.
Derek.
I'm
Derek.
Derek,
The
but
captain is
Jake.
Jacob.
Everybody just calls me Jake. It's fantastic.
Derek,
Like,
why don't you try to move all the way down to the point? I think you could get a really good. You could get a really good picture of that.
what's a pic? I mean, like my view. Okay, because I was kind of confused when you said picture of that.
Yeah, just move down. Just move to the far point.
I'm gonna stand right here.
All right, man. Roll me a persuasion check.
I'll hold on to his
You have
harness.
advantage.
I'll say yeah. Don't worry if you fall over. I'll catch you. I've got your rope harness
Does
here.
It's kind of like, okay, I will do it if you do it fast.
Oh, we'll meet you out there. Don't worry about that.
I'll go out there.
Okay.
I go out with my rope harness. I stand at the very tip. Just kind of hang out there.
Perfect.
I'm used to it.
Exactly as I planned. Okay.
I'm used to being all over a ship, so.
I whisper in Garrett's ear. How easy do you think it'd be if I just thunder wave him off?
I whispered into your ear. I was thinking grease once he gets out there.
True grace would work. That would be a good spell. Yeah.
I help Derek out.
Yeah, he kind of like it takes your hand, and his hand is like clammy. You don't know why. It's just
Is he
looks
actually
like he's
wearing a harness,
got-
or is he just going out without it?
he has a harness on.
Okay, I
Damn
was gonna say. So, is he wearing? Is
Well,
he
actually,
wearing
no.
the harness I taught him?
His harness is super badly done.
Well, that's kind of the point. So, like the harness, I was thinking, if you do it right, it protects you just fine. If you do it wrong, it protects you, but it's like bondage level positioning. So.
Well, let's test it. A nice push off the side.
Okay, what do you do to push him off the point?
I yell out loudly, "Hey, look at that!" to get him to move quickly or something.
Okay. Have you cast grease on it?
No, I'm just getting him to make sudden movement on a very unstable position and fall off.
It's like, look at what, man? And he then turns his head around.
180 degrees, like an owl.
He turns his head around and then just, all right, I got to turn around too, and then starts to turn around and kind of like his feet don't really catch the pole regularly, and he just does a split.
Does he slip off one side of it?
My nuts. And he starts to slip over to the side of it. Starts to
I'm
slip
just gonna
more.
stand here and watch.
Same here.
I
And
I'd
then,
like to step around him, step on the rope so that he doesn't actually fall off, like a good quote unquote friend. And then as he actually goes, quickly just like tie it off so that he comes.
So he's just dangling off the edge of the front of the ship.
as he is about to fall, you see a board of oak wood fly underneath them and lift them up and over to the ship again. And you still see the board fly over to the door and place itself against the wall. And you see a dwarf step out and say, "Oh, what was that about?"
Oh,
And
nothing.
it's
Nothing at all. It was just a sky rat that fell off the ship.
suppose that happens.
Yes.
My name is, and this is you recognize as Rex Peterson. He's in Truth before, and he's as he would proclaim it to be the archaeologist on this mission. And he's has magical talents. That's what one would think. And jumping up behind him and onto his shoulder is a bunny with like big floofy ears sticking out that kind of rest on his shoulder. All right then. Um, you three, shouldn't you get back to work?
I am working.
Yeah, he's working. I finished my course for the day. I got enough barrels done for a while.
Right. Good. Good. Jobs are important. They keep your mind busy, so your creativity can flow.
Oh, don't worry. My creativity is very, very, very high.
Good. Now, Mr. Fluffy, not Flufferfee, say goodbye to them. The
Fluffy
rabbit
Nutter
kind of like.
Flufferfee? Is that the full name? Mr. Fluffy Nutter Flufferfee?
It is now. Fluffer Nutter Flufferfee.
Okay.
Well, I am heading back downstairs. There's nothing for me to do. Maybe I'll go talk to the other person that is joining us.
Well, it's been like already 2 weeks, so you're pretty familiar with each other already, which is why you know Derek is such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And we
And
almost succeed at murdering him. Try again tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
try again tomorrow.
it's basically, I imagine that so far you've like tried about 20 times.
And this time we were
Different ways.
so close. I mean, we could just cut the rope.
I mean, you guys are just like the best of friends. We have so much adventure together. I can't wait till we get to this island.
Oh. So I'm going downstairs to the I get the ship doctors.
Sure. See, after a bit of small talk conversation, you hear a knock on the door.
I'll go open it.
I was going to say in, but that works too.
Z, how you doing?
Not as good now. How can I help you?
What's with that attitude? I have done nothing wrong. And then we cut to Derek hanging off the ship, on the side of the ship. You've done nothing wrong. I'm gonna say hi.
Z will kind of look back at the elf and look back at him. Yes, nothing at all. Come in.
Yes. So, how's your 2 weeks on the ship been?
Tedious.
How so? Just sitting around a lot.
That
Yeah.
is the definition of tedious.
What that is.
I mean, we make potions too, but it's like we're running low on supplies to make more.
I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe we ever stop somewhere for supplies.
No, it's a one-way trip. The thing is, the stories you probably have heard of as well. They don't really mention an exact location.
Yes,
It's
that
kind
is
of like
correct.
just east, and it's just ocean.
Yes, but
I mean,
hopefully know where they're going.
you can trust Jacob. He's a good man. He knows what he's doing. And
Now, the reason I came in is to acquire uh, something. I'm quite bored of my job. I was wondering if you would like to play a game of cards.
I mean, I'm not really the gambler. The gambler with Kong.
No, I don't think you understand. You grab a bunch of fish and you hit each other with them.
Oh no, we're not playing that. I'm
Oh,
talking more
go
like
fish! I know
cards.
that game. That's just a fun game.
Cards.
We're not going to play for any money. I just need some entertainment. You in for this?
I'll pass, but if you want to play with her, I'll be happy to hold down the fort.
How about that? Oh man,
Sure.
a few hands. I take
Okay.
I lead her to like wherever like the common area to.
Yeah, there's common space. It's sort of okay-ish, big, small, whatever. It's the ship isn't as big as you've seen
So yeah, I start dealing out place.
around.
Yeah,
It
if
kind of looks
anybody
like a
else,
restaurant.
yeah, if anybody else wants to join us, they can play a quick game of quick hands of poker.
Okay, you're playing poker with her. Are you intending to cheat?
Oh, I wanted to say cheating. Say more of trying to get the upper hand without her noticing.
Okay, let me just quickly check her perception. That's
It would be off her path.
yeah. That's gonna be 18. So you have an pass. Wait, no, passive perception. That's without the proficiency modifier, right?
Yeah, it's about.
No,
It should literally just be in the character sheet.
Yeah, if you look
you
at the
do
character
get
sheet.
proficiency. Passive's just 10 plus whatever your perception mod is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a 14 you have to beat.
Okay, 14. Let's do sleight of hand to make sure my shuffle always has it where I win.
Yeah. So
Two.
you win a round against her. You get the. It's kind of like you're not entirely dealing yourself good cards, but you're dealing her bad cards.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Yeah. So that you win with aces high sometimes, and you win with three of kind,
Yeah,
and that's great.
Yep.
Once in a while, but you also make sure to give her some wins occasionally, so she
and I
doesn't
mean,
make.
we're not doing this for any money. We're just having fun. Yeah, and after a few hands, I says, "Well, that was 7 games to 1. Would you like to continue to go?" Because I always gonna let her have the first
Puts-
game.
Takes out the coin purse and like counts money. And then notices that you're not playing with money and says, "Why?"
Well, I was just having fun. Need for money, unless you want to pay me back. I have like
But money fun.
this giant grin on my face, like I have her now.
But money fun.
Ooh.
I mean, there's really We don't have to play for money, Kong. You know that. Maybe you can't afford. Kong has money.
Podcast money. How much money do you have?
3 copper and 1 silver.
How much
Passive
money you
perception
have?
of 20.
Oh,
How much money you have?
oh, I says I haven't not been paid for the job yet. I have nothing. Well, we were just having fun. But if you want to take an
Oh, yeah.
IOU or a favor, you can play for favors.
Kong got your supplies of ship. Hand out supplies each day. Kong can deal favor.
Hey. How about if I win, I get extra supplies for the next couple of days?
Sure. But if I win, I get footstool.
Hmm. You drive a hard bargain, but why not? All right. What's his passive? I'm not
I'm not
listening.
sure. He is going to actively check. He has an addiction regarding that.
Okay, so he's actively checking me, y'all.
Mm.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out a way how to get advantage on this.
Yeah, think ahead. I gotta decide what this thing is.
In the meantime,
Sure.
whilst you're thinking,
Yeah.
I'm up on deck and I'm leading the crew in a round of shanties. Oh, the times was hard and the wages low.
Oh,
Leave
their times was hard and the wages were low.
Actually, that's
And
how I
Derek is
do
like,
it. That's it. Keep doing that. And when he starts singing, I said, "Oh, and listen to that beautiful singing." I wanted his attention. Can it be like this gets his attention just short enough for me to get advantage on this?
I'm like up amongst.
yeah, it's layers.
Ah, dang it.
I'm up amongst the sails, so I mean, like, I'm pretty far away, and all you're really hearing is the response, which is "Leave her, Johnny, leave her," and it's time for us to
Leave her, Johnny, leave her.
The grub
there
was
we go.
bad and the gales did blow, and it's time for
If
us.
Papa wasn't bad and the gales did blow.
All right.
You don't know anything about shanties, do you?
Let's just do the slight hand check. I'm gonna probably be either I'm gonna get extra supplies or I'm gonna be a foot stole for the next couple of days. 14 has to be a 14. Yes! No,
Damn
I
it,
beat-
Gunk.
So suddenly, out of nowhere, you pull out a royal flush.
Oh, look at
Gunk
that!
finds suspicious, but did not see anything that would require further inspection.
Well,
Gunk happy to give more supplies.
I think Gunk should use intuition. Is it no insight?
I'll just use my deception to say I didn't lie.
Yeah, if Gunk's suspicious.
I mean, it's Ty. Ty goes to defender.
No,
Yeah,
no, ties always go to the attacker. That's why AC is meet or beat.
No, but I mean for skills.
Over skills.
Gunk may be in charge of supplies, but I do not trade in bullshit.
Oh!
Take a Gunk point. Do you play for fun?
From what I can tell, a tie is literally just a tie. No one wins.
I know.
Well, Gunk can't prove anything, so okay, supply is yours.
No, I just shake your hand, give you a friendly handshake, and a giant smile on my face. It's like, I should play with you, Grunk.
And it's like a big, meaty hand.
I know.
He's a full orc, right?
He's a full orc, yeah.
I think he tried to crush my hand. It's like, oh.
Good thing.
He squeezes like a bit too hard.
I still have I still have like this grin on my face though.
So, you've tricked the orc out of some supplies. You've maimed Derek a bit
Mm-hmm.
for today.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm feeling happy
You've
now.
met you've met Rex, and it's only like noon. It's a calm wind.
Yeah, it's a great day today. I'm feeling happy.
Let me just look up something real quick.
No problem.
Oh right, what was I forgot to write it down? What was the doctor, the medical elf's name again?
Oh, yeah, that's Silvera Olfin.
Okay.
What's the CR of that? Oh, yeah, that's good. Right. So it's midday sun, and there's just like an almost endless expanse of ocean. Sometimes you occasionally see like the peaks of land in the far distance, and then the air shifts, and you get a bit of more of a fresher breeze of air around you. It smells better now, and press sign of you getting close to land because reasons.
Was I the only one that was getting like robot-y him?
No, he was a
No.
little robot.
Okay, so could you repeat that? I think you said something with my name.
Yes, you know that the smell you're smelling is the sign of you getting closer to land
I see.
because of suspicious reasons that sailors have around the sea and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's probably closer to myth than actual factual things.
Well, I'll take my lunch in the crow's nest.
Mm. So you make me a perception check.
Can do.
You see it coming. And so does Jacob, who's standing by the bloody row. We got harpies!
We got land as well.
Damn it, land harpies.
Land harpies.
Oh god, the giant land hobbies.
You treacherous land harpies, they're just really good at jumping.
What?
Also known as frog women.
God, we're doomed.
I don't know if I have tokens for harpies, so I'm just gonna use kobolds.
Pretty much the same thing.
Lying kobolds.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
To be fair, the 3.5 optimization boards was full of flying kobolds.
Can you see the kobolds?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're on the right layer. Okay. And how do I do turntables?
So
You
should
hit
be
the
a-
little.
yeah, there should be something that looks like a clock on the left side of where your where your pointer is.
yeah.
There you go.
Got it.
Yeah, so we're not blocking the combat. This roll for initiative. I also need to fill in my.
Can I just roll initiative for all of them?
That's up to you if you want to.
I mean, how do I do
You
this?
could do them as a group or as single.
Wow.
I think we need to have a roll off.
Hello.
Group, and then add turn.
We could just go at the same time.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm just gonna roll.
Doesn't really
0, 1.
matter. Really, it's whatever
Roll.
pops up on the when he sorts the table.
20 plus 1. 14. These 4 harpies swoop down and they grab Derek. who was laying down again.
Oh no, they got Derek. Oh, whatever we should do. Not
Oh, since did they only grab Derek?
And they also grabbed Patricia.
not Patricia.
Or they tried to at least grab them. You see them swooping down towards them.
Oh God. Thought you had they
So
have
that-
Patricia.
I thought we almost are gonna lose someone important.
I know.
You should. There's at the bottom. There will be a gear. Bottom of the turn order. There's a gear. Click on that and then click sort descending.
There you go.
Okay. See, it's your turn. You're currently where?
When I started hearing the thing, I would have started to come up the stairs. So wherever.
Yeah, so you're rushing up the stairs, and Severa is kind of like, oh, finally, something. I'll be right there. And you see her kind of get her things together. And yeah, so let's skip over to the next one. She wants to
yeah,
bonus, like spell or something like that.
I will move here. Are they in the air or are they on the ground?
They are still in, like, one of them has perched on the mast railing and is starting to try to claw through the
Which one's on the railing?
sail. That's the green kobold.
Is one is you said one is flying off with Derek, right?
It's about to swoop down towards him.
Back there.
Okay, I'm not gonna go after that one. I'll go after other ones.
Oh, hold on. Let's get this correctly again. So the green one here, it's on a railing, like over here.
It's by it's by the mast. On top of the mast, it has like these banisters going out, and it's trying to go after the sails.
So which are any of them like close to the ground, like to the deck of the ship? That's what I really.
This one is going towards Patricia, who was on the ground, and it's like those ones are going after people. They're like 5 feet in the air currently.
Okay, 5 feet is fine. So I move over to this one. With my rapier, and there's a 13 hit.
It does. Your rapier comes out of this sheath and in one sweep motion cuts into the harpy's chest area.
I'm going to use one of my bargains. Get more. Takes 15 damage.
You see it you see the plate kind of like with your whisper activate, and this purple glow emits from it and shucks into the wound you've already given the harpy, and it kind of recoils back. But it's like still flapping its wings and in the air. It's like badly hurt, but still up.
Sure.
Okay, so it's the harpy's turn now. The green one is going to go after the sails and try to do some damage on it. Which, I mean, sails have an AC of like, what, 5? Oh.
So, even lower than that.
20, plus 3. Yeah, it hits the sails and does some damage to it. You see it like tear this claw into it, drag itself down, like rip it partly apart in some areas. It's a big sail, but it's on its way towards it. The next one is the one in front of you. Your name is weird. Arias, something. It took the hit and tries to multi-attack you with its claws and one with its club. Let's see if it does some damage. So that's 2 20s, yeah. Does an 11 or 19 hit you?
11 misses, 19 hits.
Okay, so that's the club. It's 1d4. It's 1. I take 2 damage. It manages to bash against the side of
Should be able to. There's like one. don't even.
And you kind of forget to hold on to the rope and just gonna fall. You're not dangling by where the harpy is. Uh, your harness attached so that you are sort of comfortable.
I didn't fail at or I didn't do it
You didn't
poorly.
fail enough so that you would take any sort of dramatic failure or damage from it.
No, I was talking
You
about
just
with the harness. I didn't fail to a. I didn't fail in tying it so that I would end up in a compromising position. I'm more or less upright, but it's still uncomfortable
yeah.
because it's a fucking harness in my
Mm,
crotch.
yeah, definitely. So, um, yeah, you didn't fail it hard enough to have taken the damage. You just didn't do it cool enough. That's what I would say.
So am I within range to attack or no?
You are.
Okay, then I'm gonna hit it with my pin. Belay that.
You miss.
I know. I'm not rolling well.
You've hit the sail.
Well, luckily it's a bludgeoning weapon, so it doesn't actually
Yeah.
do anything to the sail.
It does.
Yeah.
It does a sound though.
Good thing you didn't have your greatsword.
That would have been terrible.
If I
Do you
had my
have anything
greatsword,
you
I'd
want
have
to do as a bonus action?
no. I will not do anything as a bonus action.
Okay, then it's Pierre's turn. You have a
Uh,
harpy in front of you.
I'll shoot that harpy with magic missiles.
Sounds like a good idea.
First one, second one, third one. So total of 8 damage to the harpy.
Total 8 damage. Okay. Yeah. Your do you have a spell casting focus, or
What?
do you have a spell casting focus like a wand, or do you just use your words?
It's spell. It's what's spellcasting. You make like funny gestures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He has a
Okay.
book.
Yeah, I'm a wizard.
He looks at a book at the words, then says the words. Do the
The
funny hands.
magic missile is verbal and somatic, so I make gestures and say magic missile. Basically.
Okay.
Like every nerd.
I was just kind of wondering if you had a wand or anything, but it's fine.
That's useful.
It comes out like that.
Yeah,
Every time.
I just point my finger at him like a gun, and it just shoots out magic missiles at him.
You pull the trigger and this globule of magical energy shoot out and hit towards the harpy, hitting him in the collarbone, in the pelvis, and in the side of the head. And we crawls backwards and lurches forward again and stands on its feet. And it looks pissed off at you. I would say at this point, using all your movement, you're just arrived at the door and can go through it.
Okay, so that would be this door right here.
Yeah, and you're smacking it into the face of Pierre.
Great. I'm gonna walk past him to where I'm at, where my token currently is, and I'll pull out my rapier, slide it along the bottom of my shield as it gets covered with a viscous black liquid, and swing at the nearest harpy. 24.
It hits. It's definitely.
12 and
12
then an additional 14 for the poison.
Ooh. And that doesn't have a saving throw, does it?
No, it's just straight damage.
You know, you could
Yeah, that straight up kills it.
oh, if it's not part of the.
It's not part of the weapon now.
I was gonna say you could just add it to the attack, but it's not.
You take this viscous black fluid from your shield and slash into the harpy, and at first it's like standing fine and like at you, but then like the poison has a bit of time to react, and then and it falls all backwards.
Goddamn harpies. I'm a doctor, not a fighter.
I'm a doctor. I'm gonna poison you. I'm a doctor.
That's when
Hey,
this
the
campaign
difference-
turned into
Most medicines
Star
work
Trek.
by poisoning the body. Yeah.
Oh, I
The
know.
difference between a poisoner and a doctor is philosophy.
Oh shit! I just deleted some. And I wanted to add.
You do it.
No. First thing, there's the status effects and a red X. Okay. Do you have anything else you want to do in your turn?
After I just skewered through the harpy, can I intimidate the other ones?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll just swipe the blood off the blade, look at them and say, you guys may want to head off unless you want to meet the same end.
Okay. You will definitely see them kind of face their own mortality in a way. I don't know how you see the fear in birds, but you see the fear in birds.
Well, I mean, harpies have women's faces.
Yeah, but their eyes are those of the bird. Right?
Harpies are weird. You have to know.
And super
All right.
sexy.
There. Okay.
They
If
collectively.
that's what
Okay.
you're into.
Hey, if you go
What's
into
up?
I
the
am
right
going
parts of
to
the
step
internet,
here. I'm still in his
Me neither.
cool. This is my cone.
You probably won't be able to get the green one, since it's
Oh yeah,
up in
the
the
green one's in the air. That's fine. That's fine. I just
And
get these two.
the one up next to this door over here is what Derek also is, so you will hit him too, which is probably what you want.
I don't fucking care about Derek.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm going to just look at. I stare deeply at the harpy in front of me, like rub my hands together, and then clap as hard as I can, casting out Thunder Weapon. We'll
Nice.
cast
That's
this
like
at-
Constitution save for half, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast this at level. I'm gonna cast this at second level because I don't need as much second. So 15, 27 damage.
Okay. What's your DC? 14. They both fail, so
They
take full damage.
They take full damage and then push back.
What's the psychic blades thing?
27
And Derek
damage.
also has to make a save.
Oh, Psychic Blade was on. Don't worry about it. It's only 15 damage.
Oh, okay. I'm
Alright,
gonna
my
add.
front turn. Take off
Wait,
Psychic
20.
Blade.
20 damage.
No,
Not 27.
it's only 15. Psychic Blade does not count.
Yeah, but you
Oh
cast
no,
it at a
it's
higher
20 damage. You're right. You're right. I'm looking at the wrong one. Don't worry about the 7. It's the 8 and the 12, so it's 20 damage. Thank you.
Okay, Derek. Okay,
Please tell me he has less than 15 HP.
level. Now, if I were to guess, Derek's probably like the avatar of a god or something.
Yeah, well,
Or
It's
he's a
actually a
first level commoner who has like 10 HP or something like that.
it's actually a polymorph dragon, and you just reduce.
he has more than
monster point
20
to
HP
0.
at least, but it's like his head gets smashed against the
Yeah, 'cause they get
walls
pushed.
of the
Yeah.
ship, and it's like, so not tubular, dude. So not tubular.
I'll use say sorry. So this one gets pushed back to the. This
Yeah.
one gets pushed back.
And they also like smash into the barrel that's over there. That's just more work for you, and now you're like getting a bit angry, I think.
I was a little angry until I saw Derek was in the middle of that, so I have a smile on my face right now.
That's good. This one next to you, it didn't see the intimidation of I don't know your names yet. I'm sorry.
Z?
See, so it kind of it moves away from you, Preston. So you get an attack of opportunity against it.
Yes, I will. I will take that attack opportunity.
Go ahead.
Hey, hey,
You hit.
bonk.
Takes a good bonk on the head, but it moves over here and perches on the railing, and it will start to sing. Everybody must make a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw. And it's like,
I have a vet.
Mr. Sandman.
Let's not sing the song, dude, because I don't want to get. If I want to put this on YouTube, I can't have you sing.
Okay,
that's
C.
16.
And it's saving throw. You tie. That
It still
goes
succeeds.
to.
It still succeeds. It's meet
Yeah,
or above.
it's exactly, yeah. So, C, you're finding that your threat was kind of uncalled for. Like, you just want to listen now. And it's very weird, strange for you. You're not really used to listening to songs. You kind of like just there when they're being played. Like, now that you're listening to it, it sounds pretty good. And well, challenged by hobbies, you are incapacitated and ignore the songs of other hobbies. And yeah, you're effectively charmed.
Okay.
And you will use the movement on your turn to move closer to them. You find like, they just want to go here and have a concert for you. It's like, why were you fighting them to begin with? You don't know. The next hobby is still standing over Derek and like, yeah, kind of decides he's not worth it. Like, it smells him a bit and like, oh. And therefore moves towards you, Arokas, and will try to club you.
That's no problem.
And claw you.
No.
This is
No.
so it looks sad.
I have a smile face again.
And this one, who is scared shitless of what C did, moves towards, tries to like grab Derek reluctantly and then drag him away, run away. It manages to grapple him, so it will move with him off the ship.
Okay.
It's like 20.
That's fine.
So about there. And that's also where the harness is still attached to Derek.
Mm-hmm.
It's like trying to pull him off it. Like, you're kind of like stuck on it. Like, nah! I get it, man. Everybody wants a piece of the Derek.
Okay, just can I?
Gotta
Where's the
let
rope for
things
this harness? I'm just gonna cut it down.
Preston, it's your turn.
How high up would you say I am? 70, 80 feet or less?
It's 60. Yes, it's a 60.
Alright, how long would you say it would take me to, like, rappel down?
You, as an experienced sailor, I will give it to you as your movement.
Okay. So then
Or you.
I'll be
Well,
on
the
the
problem
ground.
with that is, what's your movement already? 30?
Yeah.
Then it'll be 2 movements.
Well, he's just rappelling down, so he's like sliding down the rope.
Yeah, but it's still like better than its normal climbing speed would be. So. Okay, let's say you can get Let's say you're down there with your movement, and you
Just-
take like 3 damage.
Justin, I won't take 3 damage.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay. And then bonus action, I will dash. Okay. And then I'm a bonk it. Bonk it
You hit.
for another 5 damage.
And let me just check if he has to make a saving throw for keeping on singing. Alright. It doesn't have to, but it takes 5 more damage and is very unhappy about that. And you can like see you kind of cave the skull in a little bit where you feel it. It's
Okay.
like, and the singing is definitely more choppy than it was before. Alright, Pierre, Plodex, you have a dead harpy in front of you.
I move up a bit. Yeah, this one's the biggest threat right now, since it's sinking. I'll shoot it with Produce Flame.
On an airship.
No,
What
Firebolt.
made out,
Yeah,
made
I
out
was
of
saying-
what?
yeah, I would do firebolt.
Still.
Fireball is fine. This is a quick
Fireball.
burst of flame.
Fireball everything.
Firebolts. Fireballs in 2 levels.
Yeah, that hits. And you watch as its face is consumed by flames. Its throat closes up and gurgles the last tunes of the chords of the song out. And see, you're no longer charmed by it. It's
Okay.
dead. It's already dead, Jim. And do you want to do anything else for your bonus action, Pierre?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, C, your turn.
Okay, and you said that Channel Divinity is equal to Charisma mod?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna, as I'm walking over here, I'm gonna drop my sword under the shield again and say, "You fucking assholes. You had your chance. You're dead." And strike.
By the way,
It hits.
Great.
Justin, for the sake of the stream, why don't you open up the home rules handout?
What?
Oh, wait.
You know what,
Sorry,
Gabe?
ignore that one. I clicked the wrong
That's
one.
a great idea.
The 8,
Here's the home rules for our game.
and I throw in a Divine Smite. So, 33 damage?
Jesus fucking
It freaking died.
It's so dead, its ancestors are dead.
And
It's
then I
so
turn to
dead.
look at the other harpy and glare at it.
Roll an intimidation check.
Yeah.
too busy. Get fucking Derek off goddamn artist.
I'm probably just going to watch and see what happens with that whole thing.
So yeah, I just like for my turn, I just like walk over to the other side of the railing. Like I'm not like rushing at all. Just moving over here. I see Derek over there and just Harpy struggling as like, and I think to myself, should I actually help him?
Okay, you were the 10. At this point, it's not the harpy's turn yet, but you're standing there, Arokas, watching the harpy struggle. You see the rope getting a bit more tighter and tauter, and they're straining against his harness because of it.
Yeah, is a harpy a humanoid?
Let's check. It's a medium monstrosity.
That won't work. How far away is it from me? Let me.
I mean, I'm imagining like you're just like standing there, like, what should I use?
Yeah, I'm just thinking. Yeah, I have like one more a year. Okay, probably one.
And then your seconds are up, and you've used it. The turn. Just
I
pondering.
cast Vicious Mockery, and the 6 seconds is only for talking. Don't try to play that with another DM. Come on. So
It fails.
I basically just say, "Hey, you stupid fucking wingless piece of crap, get over here."
Were you shouting that at Derek or?
I'm gonna say that's
kind of
also
both.
Derek.
It's mostly at Derek, but it's at the Harpy, so it takes 3 damage.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna rule it. It hits both of them. They both take two psychic damage. It's like I'm a wingless bird too.
Yeah, it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay.
Well, its next attack might just be cut the rope and fly off with its
I know.
heel.
I don't fucking care.
It's the harpy is not looking great and is pondering its life choices. Smells Derek again and says, "Ah," and tries to fly away because, which is Mercury also doesn't it also say that you have to move away from the target from
No,
you?
it just has to.
Also, right. But it will still move away from you and try to escape.
Is it taking Derek with it?
No, Derek slams into the side of the ship, and like,
Oh dear, seems like he hit the side of the ship. Huh, I should really help him.
In a very compromising position.
Yes.
At this point, do you want to engage further in combat with the harpy? Yeah, you're fine to letting go. And Derek makes his first. It's the saving throw. Succeeds. So, what's happening?
Oh, I guess I'll help Derek up. Well, first, I'll be a good sport and cast Healing Word on him for 5 and pull him up.
Long live the king.
I just had like the strangest happening, dude. There was like these birds, and they like wanted to kill me or something.
I start walking away when he starts talking.
Oh my god, it's a bird over there. It's so crazy. I'm gonna take a chill out. It sits down. Sabella and Jacob come bursting through the door, and it's like, everyone all right?
Oh yes, everyone's fine. No scratches here.
Oh my god, Derek, what happened to you?
Oh, sorry. He fell off the side of the ship.
And was
Derek,
almost carried
you
off
know
by the
that the ship
harpies.
also attacked by the harpies?
Oh,
Derek, you know not to get attacked by harpies or fall off the ship. What are you doing, man? You really need to pull yourself together, Derek.
Is Derek talking to himself? Or
No,
is it
that's
just the...
Jack. I'm sorry, the voices are pretty similar at this point. I'm sorry.
No.
At this point,
I was too
mean-
busy looking for a specific GIF.
I mean, at
I
this
wasn't
point,
really paying much attention.
at this point, would we be surprised if Derek started talking to himself?
So not tubular, dude. Derek really needs to get his life together. I get it.
Well, I'm going down to the bottom of the ship. I heard that we were close to land, though, so I get some supplies tonight.
Yeah, once the fight ended, Z would have wiped his blade off on the harpy to clean it and gone back down to the healing hall, medical bay.
Yeah, and you see as you go, you see Patricia like will go to the harpy corpses and it's like, what are we supposed to do with these corpses?
Roll
I'd
them
toss
over
them
the
over.
side.
What? Like every dead body we ever see, just toss it over the side.
Just he takes care of everything. Sure.
Oh, also,
Well, the sea of clouds, sure.
Patricia, how are you doing? I saw you also were attacked.
I mean, I was about to get to my turn and attack it, but it just kind of handed itself. So
Yes, well,
it wasn't because I was scared or anything.
no, you're very brave, very brave.
In fact, I will take you on right now.
Oh no, I don't like violence. They start walking downstairs.
I wasn't afraid. Yeah, just couldn't find my weapon.
Oh, Z, before you go downstairs, make sure that Derek goes to the medical room.
Yeah, that's his responsibility.
I
Just keep
understand.
I'm fine here, though. Sometimes you just gotta let the wounds breathe, you know? It's fine.
No, I
Yeah,
could just
all those great like flesh-eating bacteria definitely need a chance to live as well, Derek.
no, I could have just let him kept doing his death saves. I'm just like, no. If he dies, he's gonna die from my hands.
I love how we're like generally being mean to him, but like we'll actually save him.
Well, it's the thing is like you can't die until we say you die.
Now you have my permission to die.
Yes.
I honestly thought you were going to do a long live the king like I sent you.
Oh no, I was thinking about it, but I was like, nah, no, not right now. Maybe next time.
Scar, help me, brother.
Okay.
So does Derek come down to the medicine hall?
I mean, he does so, but it's like very close to your. Like, it also very close to your evening, where you close up for the evening. You know, where you go
So
to your other.
what I'll do is I will, since I don't have any medicine skill, I'm a -2, is I'll pretend to like wrap him in bandages. Give him 1 point lay on hands in order to stop his bleeding, and then tell him to go rest.
Okay, roll me a deception
Did you
check.
happen to
24.
drag the
Yeah,
bandages along the bottom of
it looks good.
your shield?
Oh no, he made sure he didn't scrape off anything the thing that was on his shield, but he did that. He wanted to.
No,
And
it's kind of funny. I wanted to go medicine because I'm like I don't want to do anything, but my character actually makes a pretty convincing doctor.
it's like if you read the story about the one guy who was so good at pretending to be stuff, he just went around and had different jobs all the time.
Your
That's amazing.
perception is the same as mine. Damn. But your deception is plus the same as mine.
Yeah, it's almost like you're the same level.
No, well, it's almost
Yeah.
like we're the same person, and we just don't care about Derek.
Okay, so the evening progresses. Patricia eventually gets the bodies off the deck and thrown into the sea after she searched them.
The Sea of
Got some
Clouds?
coin. The sea of clouds, yeah. And it's so funny because when they fall, they make little holes in the clouds.
I will give a hand to it as a hand. I say, good job, Patricia. You're great. You're wonderful. This is a whole golf clap thing. Great job.
Nice shot.
Yeah, piss off, will ya?
I am just giving you a compliment.
You know, this isn't the first time I've dealt with guys like you.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure you don't.
I am just giving you a compliment.
Fine. I want to thank you or note a thank you card.
Do you want to thank you?
Do you want a thank you card for it? Piss off. Let me do my job.
Just saying you're doing a good job. As I go back and try to go fix the goddamn barrels got broken again.
Man, it's a shame about that barrel. It was one of your best jobs. See, that's how you compliment people, without the sarcasm.
Would she actually say it was one of the best, or would she say it was one of the least shitty?
It was the one that's least shitty with the least holes in it. I mean, you're not really that good, but it was progress.
I'd like to call myself a artist when it comes to barrels. What you see is my
Yeah, but
shitty.
you see, you don't really have, creative. What's the English word for it? Creative license on barrels. It
Would you
kind of
say
has to work.
would you say that your barrel making is particularly artistic?
It's it's artisanal. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're artisanal.
Mainly
Alright.
because with your accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the evening progresses as usual, and you're meeting in the lunch hall or the dining room for meals together. Dario gets reluctantly not showed up again. He usually just doesn't go with the same flow, man. I go with my own flow.
I would have
freestyle cruising.
I also would have told him that he needs to stay in the cabin, bed rest. At least for the next 3 or 4 days.
Let's make it 5 days.
7.
Well, I think we're pretty close to land.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
And actually, that's what Jacob talks to you about. So we're getting very close to the destination. Before we get there, are there any pending questions you would possibly like to have answered?
Yes. What are we looking for?
Well, we're looking for the exact reason and cause of why the island ceased to communicate with the outside world. If you could explain, Rex. Yes. So, Exaldria and the people thereof were pretty reclusive to begin with. They never really came out to us and said, "Hey, here we are." They met our ships at sea and traded there in exchange goods there. So we had a spot for where you would meet them, but no actual idea of where they were exactly. We just knew which direction they went in. Of course, this leaves us in a very precarious situation. Either we find the island or we do not. I'm hoping for what we do. Maybe we can help them, maybe we can't. Let's see and find out. I'm losing the accent. Shit. Yes, that's what we're going after.
Finding these answers is very, very important question.
Suddenly loud. You were very quiet, and then suddenly find these answers. Ah!
Finding these answers. Sorry.
Yarr!
Yeah.
My pirate came out there for a minute there. I don't know why.
Okay. So yeah, you have a nice meal. Gong kind of goes up and complains that need salt. And I go get salt, and he walks down to get into the storage room. So, what do you want to do for the rest of the evening?
My job.
What did
I have no idea what my character actually does on this ship.
I'm guessing you're kind of helping Rex a bit.
Which one's Rex?
The
Rex is the sorcerer with the flying surfboard, or the wizard. Sorry, not sorcerer.
Yeah, I guess I
He's
do
also a
wizards. I do mysterious wizard stuff that you guys don't need to know about.
It's mostly research.
Yeah, and it involves drinking copious amounts of alcohol and reading books.
Ah, yes, the true wizard.
Okay, so you're Black Axe, right? So okay, I've heard so much about them and so little. I mean, what of it is true and what's not? Is it true?
All of it's true, all of it's not true.
Okay, so it's true that you were like barbarians, right? Sorry, that's not the right term for it, naturally. And I wouldn't call you a savage to your face, naturally. I'm sorry. That came out wrong. I have many of my drinks. So,
Well, it's true that
tell-
I once had an uncle who bit a person's ear off. So
yes. He used to like fight in the fighting pits down.
no, he
Oh,
just bit someone's ear off.
just like that.
A true
AKA,
barbarian.
AKA Henry had another character that bit someone's ear off.
So he's not lying.
For what reason though?
Can't remember.
You just bit his ear off.
You,
Just
you
bit
thought
the
of
guy's
it
ear off
like
one
I
day.
do.
Well, I myself I come from. Oh, where the fuck did I put it? Oh, yeah. I come from the kingdom of Hardliff. You possibly heard of the Tower of the Four Mages, right? I
What?
used to study there. Yeah, I mean, aren't you yourself from Hardliff?
No,
Um, what?
I actually have no idea anything about this world. So
Yeah,
what's Heartless?
it's in the north,
The Frozen North?
close to Frozen. It's there's ice.
Hold on. The White Walker's coming.
The Chilly North.
Yeah, there's also the SWAT
No,
team.
I'm from the south. Can't you tell?
Oh, it's strange. I never really heard of. Oh, you mean one of the islands, right?
The tepid South.
Yeah, somewhere in the desert.
Right. That's interesting.
I'm a
How's
spice
how,
merchant.
how's how's sand?
How is sand? It's
Oh.
coarse, dry, and
Coarse.
gets everywhere.
Rough.
Damn it!
I was
Damn
waiting
it!
for it. I was waiting for it.
I would imagine so.
Well, people, we are at to stop the stream right there. Henry just said a Star Wars reference from a terrible movie.
Actually,
it was nice knowing you.
Terrible
This is the
movie.
end of our. This is the end
It's
of the
amazing.
stream.
I have well, we're not going to close yet. I think we've got like an
No,
hour.
we're good. You're
more.
good. You're good. I was joking.
Yeah. But we can take a break, and before that, I would like to do something again. So the evening comes and comes to a close. Going to your sleep, and Derek is just still like kind of in your room and totally not using his hammock right. It's annoying. Anywho, we see the ship fly towards an expanse of land. It's got mountains and thick forests. A cool mist has fallen over it. It looks absolutely magical. And then we see everything go to shit. Immediately, out of the air, strikes a fiery red ball of energy towards the ship's propellers and crashes into it and makes it burst into flame and fall to pieces. We see Jacob standing by the deck of the ship by his wheel, like clutching it with his knuckles white to the point where he starts to bleed his own hands off, and the wood starts to splinter, and he's just trying to keep the ship steady. You canter to the one side of it, and you smack directly face first into the walls of your room. Sylvia shouts, "Oh my god, what's happening?"
It appears we are crashing.
Oh.
And then a second ball of flame and fire strikes into the other motor and knocks it off too. Now you're just gliding, and Jacob is really trying to keep it steady and keep it into its descent, where you can sort of crash land safely. You see Severa burst into your rooms, point her hand towards the four of you, not Derek, because the spell doesn't allow it, and puts you into magical sleep or slumber. And you crash onto. We see the airship crash into the beach, shores of Exaldria. It breaks apart, and you're laying face first in the gravel.
Yeah, so while these guys go to sleep, I can't put magically to sleep. So I see
You can't
all of
sleep.
No, I can't be put magically asleep.
Elves can't be. Elves aren't affected by
Right.
magical sleep.
So I see
Well,
all of
in any
this.
case, you survived the crash. Let me just say it like
Yeah,
that.
I know. So everyone else is gonna get like a sweet dream. I'm like, oh no, oh god, no.
I
Oh,
hope you don't see these things I've prepared here. Don't mind that. So let's take a quick break
yeah. So
as the screen fades to black.
let's take a quick break.
Did we get a long rest before the crash?
All right, yeah, we're gonna take a quick break and then we'll be back. We're you on with this excellent. Back.
fuck it, we're live. Okay, so you guys managed to hear it's on.
Oh, hold on. You're a robot.
Okay,
There, try. There you
well,
go.
you barely managed to hear the events unfold. It's like you just everything went dark in front of your eyes, and you were like kind of floating in the translucent state of my where you didn't feel any impacts. Like you can hear the sounds. You can hear the wood scraping against sand. You can hear wood breaking and creaking and groaning and tearing apart. You just like feel fine, and you awaken. That drags you off the sandy shores of Exaldria. It's a mess. You were a group of 3. Now you're just down to 12 people. So many dead around you. Derek, who, due to an incredible role, regrettably has been strapped to the front of the ship, naturally expecting nothing bad to happen, crashed face first with the ship down into the shore. You can barely see the glimpse of blood streaming. Whatever mess he left is unrecognizable.
He
But
died as he lived, making a mess.
that's pretty dark. But alright.
Whatever.
Well, that was dramatic. I've never felt that that high in my life. I saw all of it. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I stand up and brush myself off. Well, it seems we crashed on this island.
Yeah. Just like you have like a few minutes to still get used to, that thing I did. But you will feel a bit groggy, I guess. I'm gonna check up. Check up, and like hear a voice is like a bit.
You keep on breaking up.
I'm sorry.
To bring it up. All right, now
How about now?
you're good.
I mean, it's got nothing to do with how close or far from the microphone you are. It's 100% your connection.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Terrible. I can't do anything about that. So what did you hear last?
Try to say
Jacob? Jacob?
Yeah. And her voice is filled with like this sense of attentive desperation, kind of like. And she hurries towards the wreck of your ship and home for the past 2 weeks. And you hear a voice like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Is everything else all right? Oh, no.
I'm great, super great. You know, I always like it when they fall hundreds and hundreds of feet from the air. And
Yeah,
land.
it's not an ideal situation. I get it.
Could
Quit
be
with this
worse.
sass already.
Oh,
That's perfectly fine.
Oh, how could
I'll,
this be worse?
Wipe the sand off and say, so technically, since we're no longer on the ship, I don't owe any of you any medical treatment. So
No,
hopefully
that's
you're
true.
fine.
We understand.
You see the corpse of Julius kind of float in the water. Patricia's missing an arm.
I investigate the lizard man's body for the other tattoo.
You said Patricia's
It's
missing an arm?
yeah, Patricia's missing an arm.
I move over. Oh, Patricia, you're it.
Let me handle the tattoo first. You find a tattoo. You find a tattoo close to his buttocks. Alpha Heart, with the banner over it that says "Mom."
Fair enough. Fair enough. Is he breathing?
He's dead.
Okay, I throw him back out to sea.
Conk comes. Uh, Conk comes stumbling out. He has like got scrape. He has like got so many splinters on most of his body and sides. Conk not good. Conk fine though.
Oh, that's good. And Patricia, how about you? How are you doing?
Well, besides the missing arm, I'm all right.
Oh, that's good. That's
Get
good.
it?
No, it's
All right.
Oh, terrible joke.
Missing a left arm.
I suppose you gotta have
Is he
humor.
still bleeding out?
Yeah,
Yes.
I cast healing word on both Croc and her. So this is for Patricia. Gets 5 back and
Thank you. That really puts the pain from missing my arm away. I'm just gonna go over here before I punch something.
yeah, go
I'm
over
going,
ahead. Go.
I'm going to helpfully, yet also somewhat despondently, try and find an appropriately sized plank to replace her arm with a peg arm, not realizing that the concept doesn't easily transfer from leg to arm.
No, it doesn't really. You need a hook. What you really need is a hook.
Yes, but if she's missing the whole arm, it's
That
just
is true.
It's just gonna be like a hook attached to the shoulder.
Just
How close are the bodies from the wreckage?
it's peppered here and there. Like you see one body over here on this stone, and it's a dragonborn, and he introduced himself to you as Lex. So it was pretty cool.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Speaking of blank,
I-
what about Rex?
I am going to separate myself from the rest of everyone else so that they can't see me for a moment. I'm going to cast Detect Evil and Good, and then just walk around, make sure none of the corpses are actually undead.
They aren't. But you do sense something. How far away is it?
30 feet, and I would have walked around
Ah.
to all the different corpses.
So, well, none of the corpses were evil, but you do eventually come towards here, and you sense something moving towards you from off map.
Quickly or slowly? Like, is it walking towards me or like rushing at me?
It's rushing.
Okay, I'm gonna rush over to the rest of the group as I draw my rapier.
You get about like 30 blips, and like at this point you are disoriented. You just fell out of the sky, and Chico's like, "Ugh, Christ, oh shit, okay. Oh, what's happening?" What do? You draw your rapier?
Wait, Jake's the one that ran at me?
Sorry, Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob.
He's like dazed and confused right now. So what do you do?
He's
He's not evil.
Do I? So he's the one that came at me.
No.
Oh.
There are 30 blips coming towards you.
30
blips. 30 things?
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
Oh, we're dead.
I grab him and say we need to get back to the group. There's incoming hostiles.
Right.
And
Okay.
yell at everyone to gather up.
Do you want us to bring ourselves onto this map?
Sure, go ahead. Okay. Yes. Leave you that. We can
Why?
come. We have to make a choice here. Either we try to fight whatever he says is coming, or we or we could also try to talk to them, but I'm not sure that's going to work.
Technically, I don't know if they're actually hostile. It was more caution on my part. That being said, I don't encourage running. I don't know this island well enough to know where we're going, and it would be extremely easy to corral us into a bad position.
Right. Okay. And he then draws his great sword. Yes, it's a fight. He'll give them then.
I
Everything
also
in.
draw my great sword.
Are we in accord on this?
Are they? Are great swords approximately equal in size?
Uh,
No.
Yours is a tiny
No.
bit
Great
wider.
sword. I am like pretty tall. Fuck you.
Okay, so about a minute passes. Oh well, technically that wouldn't be true. Let's just say, yeah, about a minute passes because I'm gonna be like that. It's my game. I'm the GM.
Yes, you are
And
the GM.
then about 30 zombies come rushing through around the bend towards you.
Oh, didn't know this was a one shot.
Of course.
They seem rather reasonable. I'm sure we can talk with them.
Yes, yeah.
Not.
Fucking.
No, I can't get him prepared back.
Hold on, we're getting a little bit of problems over
GM there.
Discord.
Everyone's getting hit.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
Discord's
Yeah.
going.
Hold
Cheers.
on. Let's hold on. We'll get right back until we fix this. Okay, so let's.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Let's get
So-
back.
Before they attacked, I would have cast this, since I knew they were coming, on myself, because I do that.
It's just you know what? Would be fun to.
Oh, he just got kicked off. So sorry about this, folks.
You're just killing me.
You know what we're about to do? He's gone. Oh no, he's not coming back. Oh god, he's dead.
He's dead, Jim.
Well, folks, we're waiting for our GM to get back here. He's having some internet problems, it seems.
Should I start like barking at random leaves that are flying past, like my dog does when she thinks?
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Everyone dies. Hi.
Gears.
I mean, Zombies says it does understand all languages spoken in life, but can't speak. So you could talk to it. for the sake of streamlining it, I'm going to treat them as uh, a horde or a swarm.
Oh God!
Oh,
That's significantly worse than individual zombies. Individual zombies are buckets of health, sure. But a swarm of zombies is literally impossible to kill and will hit you
Well-
every
Oh.
single time it tries.
Oh, damn it! I didn't consider that. Good point.
It's fine.
They're just individual. It's just individual zombies, but I'm not going to do more than like 3 of them at a time
That's
um,
fine.
because
So
I
you're
don't want
doing
to have.
the Dark Souls courteous enemies concept.
More or less.
how long did we have until the zombies arrived?
Like 30
He
minutes.
said
I
like
mean,
a minute.
Oh yeah, like a minute. It wasn't long.
Yeah, we had a minute to prepare or so.
Oh, well then I dig a pit in around us using mold earth.
Ah, mold earth.
Are we just standing on an island on an island?
Yeah, basically I just dig. Each pit is 5 feet deep.
How long since you got
Nice.
the free?
It's just an action to cast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Where does the Earth go?
No one knows.
No,
So
you move it around, so it's
Oh,
basically it's a pit with a little hill on top of it, which we can stand on top of.
actually,
so
the
we're
dirt.
basically grouped together now.
No, I actually where I was actually at is back there. I'm invisible.
Right.
I am not near these people.
Yeah, that would probably be it. Right? Frontierman. And this is the wizard. He's going to be over here. Or there. You're basically in the same square, technically. Or close to it. You're in a. Yeah. It's fine. Let's.
Uh,
What are you going to do? I'm going to freeform this a bit, I think. Just speak up when you want to do something and
could
to solve it.
I draw my pit?
Yes. You see 3 of the zombies rush towards the pit, and well, they're mindless, so they fall into the pit.
I
So it's
stab
5.
in the heads.
It's a 5-foot pit.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like they can like grab my feet, but I can also just like stab them in the head.
Yeah. And it's it's a 5 foot deep pit.
Okay. Then the next of them come and fall into the pit. Fall into the pit on top of the other zombies.
I was about to say, unfortunately, now it's 4.5 feet deep,
And then the next of them come.
and then it's 3 feet deep.
Well, I could just keep on casting mold earth to make it deeper.
I'm just
I mean, they're zombies, not that intelligent. One of them sees as they can go around over there. Another one falls in.
I'm just moving.
Another one falls in.
No, I was
I think
saying
at this
I'm
point it's good enough so they can like jump from where they
Okay,
are.
here's what I'm gonna do. They're in the pit now. I'm gonna cast mold earth to put the dirt back all over them.
Rebury a zombie.
Yep, I'm reburying them.
Well, you can do 5 feet. Remember,
Yeah.
so you can only do 1 square at a time. So someone will still can get out. fine, though.
I'll bury these guys over again.
So as zombies
Right.
approach me at like striking height, I'm just going to start like swinging with my greatsword. Should I like roll?
Roll a percentage dice. Dice.
Well,
So you hit 12% of the zombies that are in there. You cut off some fingers mostly.
oh, I meant like when they are actually able to breach the pit.
Oh, So preaching it. Oh yeah.
So once
Then
they're like up to me, then I'm gonna start just like hacking away and like chopping and.
It would have been great at this point. Fireball.
Yeah. Well, they're perfectly
funny
fine
you
inside the
say
pit.
that.
I'm just reburying them right now.
It's funny as you say that because everybody roll me a perception check.
That's right.
It's not good enough. Not good
That's
enough.
okay.
Not good enough. Yeah, it's just a bunch of zombies coming at you, man. It's weird. But then Jacob pipes up and looks up in the sky and says, "Oh shit!" And you follow his gaze, and you see a dark silhouette figure with there's a line of greenish light going from him or to him from a space further into the island. You can't really discern that much, but it looks to be in the northeast of it. But you approach from the east, that doesn't make sense. In the northwest of it. And he's kind of like just watching you guys. So you've come. Ah, let's give you a taste. And he casts Fireball at you.
Oh, I
Just
mean,
roll.
not even close.
Yeah, nice field, but
Yay.
you all technically fail, but it doesn't matter because you have a wizard with you who's with higher level and says, "Oh no, we can't have that." As he sees the fire coming, he says a word and attempts to counterspell it. Let me see if I can find his stat. It's a plus four.
So long as it's not like was it cast at a higher level than third,
It wasn't.
then it's
So yeah,
automatically counterspelled.
it's you can flame disperse and disappear. The person up in the air says, "Fine, let the zombies do the trick." And that's when you see the frost, the giant zombie approach. He takes one step and is over the side. Let's roll initiative.
Oof.
Oh,
Yay.
All right, put the thing in. Damn it.
no problem.
I think
There we
they
go.
actually carry over, so that's good.
Does it?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Stuck.
I just have to remove the old ones, right?
No, they're all. There's no old ones.
They're gone on
I don't see any
ours.
old ones.
I think the GM gets to keep it.
I do, yeah. So let's just quickly check. I'm just going to sort it again, descending. Okay, that's the new one for you. That's a new one for you. New one for you. I that one, and then the harpy, and that one, and we're good. Just gonna add that one's initiative. Add turn. Where is he? It's 0. So it rolled a 20.
Cool.
Mm.
But
What's
what's
his-
its dexterity?
That was his dex bonus.
0.
10. So
I'll go
0.
I'll go before the.
All right, Pierre, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to. Can I move away from it without provoking attack opportunity?
Do we need to worry about this zombie?
At some point, maybe. I forgot about him.
No.
Or is it in the pit with all the rest?
It's in the pit with all the rest.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's
so can I move away without the attack opportunity?
15 unless it has a 15 reach.
It has to reach 10 feet, so you're fine.
Okay, I move here. And I am going to... what spell? You know what, let's do Magic Missile at the second level. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, that's a total of 13.
Yep.
Okay, nice damage. Do you say something as you do it?
That's a lot.
No,
The
6, 9,
right,
11.
right. My bad. My bad.
No, you're fine.
Oh.
I was just,
Nope, I just point my finger at the zombie thing and shoot it with magic missiles.
The bolts fly through your finger and hit the zombie, knocking a tooth out of it. It's more, and kind of like putting it off balance for a bit, but it regains its stability and lumbers towards you. And on its turn, it will try to.
actually, it's my turn first.
Right, it's your turn first.
Yeah, you can. What you can do is just drag mine above his initiative order. Makes it like that.
Below yours.
There you go. So I will move here, and I have advantage because.
It does.
We'll use a target. It takes
Okay.
12.
You just viciously stab it into its backside and carve up its leg. It's pretty big, giant.
This because attacked and invisibility goes away. Now it's his turn.
And you suddenly see everyone like, and you see Sylvia look towards you and say, "Oh, he isn't a coward. Good to know."
Yeah, that.
Okay, it's the hill giant, zombie giant's turn. It will clobber people. Mm.
Imagine
It will,
all the people.
it will clobber at Jacob because he's right there and has better armor class than you guys. You
Very
have
considerate of him.
So this whole like scene or whatever you want to call this, I've been like, for some
Wait.
reason the
2d20.
first bit I've got
Yeah,
like,
he has
my
2
notes.
attacks. The first one misses and the second one hits. So Jake takes that amount of damage.
So because it got stuck in my head, thanks to me just imagining me cleaving
Mhm.
through zombies, I decided to look up the lyrics for I think it's called Brand New Key. That song is ruined for me now because now I kind of know the lyrics. It's like euphemisms 101.
It's almost like songwriting has things like that in it.
Oh no, this is literally like I plowed my tractor through your hay bale. I threw my pitchfork at your dog to keep it quiet.
Let's just keep going. No more songs. No more songs.
Yeah. Okay. Its club comes down on Jake and he Jacob and he managed to parry it a bit with his great sword the first time, but and then on its backswing, it hits him square on the shoulder and he keels back a bit. Comes standing up again. That's the best you got. And kind of like shoots a bit of snot out of his nose because it's a bit broken now. Okay.
Blood snot.
Preston,
Me.
you're up.
I have a great sword.
If you stay there, you have advantage.
I have a
Flanking.
great sword with advantage. A 21.
Didn't even need it.
You hit.
12 damage.
Nice. Pretty nice. Do you want to do anything for your bonus action?
Yes. I am going to use one of my 2 pivotal responses. By the way, for the viewers here, I am 2 levels Watcher, 1 level Fighter. Watcher is a third-party class that I found on the Dungeon Masters Guild. Pretty good. So I'm going to use my one charge of pivotal response to dodge. So any attacks made
Nice.
against me are made at disadvantage.
Good choice. Okay. You just see I didn't roll initiative for the other guys. I'm just gonna say they'll jump on this turn before you see. Or actually, let's say I have a roll. No, your turn, see.
Okay. I don't have advantage from there. I could get it if I wanted to jump over the zombie pit, but that seems dangerous.
Yeah.
The zombie pit.
I'll say, if I recall correctly, poison didn't work particularly well against undead. So let's try another trick, and I'll swing at him.
Okay.
19.
You will definitely hit.
Okay, and I'm also going to pump a Divine Smite into it, which is against undead, so it does an extra d8
Mm-hmm.
for 12.
Okay, so 21 damage. Your was it great? What was it? What was it again? A rapier. Just stab your rapier into its thigh, and from inside the wound, you see a dark flashing light that spreads like a veneous radiant energy into its body, and it's like doesn't like that. Okay,
Yeah.
now it's Jacob's turn,
Come at me, bro.
because he is going to. Actually, it's all three of them's turns. I'm just going to use them at once. And Jacob is a fighter, so he's going to naturally attack with his greatsword, which we have deemed to be of equal length, but not girth, to Preston's greatsword. Okay, didn't add an
I
attack.
believe my chat will go be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Not don't have a dick, or don't compare your dicks.
You want to compare your dick?
I have 5 equal signs between my 8 and my 18.
Hits on both of them, so that's 46. 46 plus strength not 3.
And 11 hits.
Yeah.
Plus
Yeah.
7, 18.
Yeah, that's what
And
I said.
also
Oh yeah, you're
4
right.
plus
Sorry.
7.
4 plus 7 is also 11, so it still hits.
I am completely sorry. It's late.
Okay, it does shitty damage though.
Is he a great weapon fighter?
He is, so you can reroll those dice.
It's to reroll 3d6. So it's 9 plus 15.
24.
23.
23, right.
No, 24. You're right.
Right. Math. It's
man.
literally
We're
what the
gamers,
game.
not
It's what the game is about. Math. Okay. Rex is going to step up and say, "Oh, well, it's kind of not a good angle."
Rex, just do something.
Okay, he's going to get up on his surfboard and fly towards here, and sees this line, and it's going to go do a Ray of Frost cantrip, isn't it? And it gets. Doesn't it get better with level? Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, 3d8. And it's range being spelled. Okay. Where were his stats again? I really should have added it as an attack on him, but I just kind of forgot. Oh. Wait, no, Ray of Frost doesn't do line.
Nope.
Ray of Frost is a lie. It has Ray in the name.
Yeah, but it doesn't do multiple targets.
No, it does one target.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay,
There's
so
only one target, though, right? Or are we counting all of the zombies?
Well, we're just burying the zombies in the.
yeah, it's hitting the zombies as well. So that's what he's going after, and he hits them and deals 38 damage. So that's not that's close to enough to take out one. Yeah, he takes out one. Let's say that, and Savannah looks towards you. Okay, still Jacob, you're not looking that good, and casts Cure Wounds on him at second level. So it's 2d8 plus a wisdom modifier of 4, so it's 13 hit points back to Jacob. And next turn, that's sorry, Pierre, Plolax, what are you doing?
Gonna shoot it with a firebolt.
It hits. Three. Okay. Angus.
Yeah, I still have advantage. So that's a big old layer.
It
Much
is, yeah.
advantage.
And then bonus action. I'll just nope. That's it. That's it.
Okay. At this point, the figure in the sky, who you see is kind of like wavering a bit, is like he's cutting in and out of where he is supposed to be. He takes one look at you again and says, just die already. And he casts a spell towards you. Yeah, another fireball, this time at 4th level.
And be
It can be
It-
counterspelled, but requires a roll.
Mm.
DC is 14, and the roll is 1d20 plus the spellcaster's bonus, or spellcaster's ability modifier.
is it 14?
It's 10 plus the spell's level.
And Rex does so coolly. It's the rabbit that does it for him. It's his familiar. And like looks up at the beam and blinks, and suddenly it's gone. He says, "Good boy." Good boy. And the figure then finally seems to have expended its energy use, and you see it sort of retract into a ball and soon or get pulled in the green light towards this somewhere else. Now you just have the zombies in front of you, who at this point seem to be more erratic, if that makes sense, than they were before, and more chaotically minded and less controlled. I mean, it's pretty obvious that the guy controlled them, so that's kind of a given. And the zombie giant is going to swing at you, Preston.
At disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage. Correctly. And it's plus 8 to hit. And I get 2 d20s, so. And still hits, though, I think.
Yeah, that'll hit.
With a 24.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. 3 plus. You take 23 damage.
Ouch.
Oof.
Seems like you're a bit rusty still, Jacob says. And it's your turn.
So I cough up along. What are you talking about? Rust? I avoid eating rust. Sometimes I do it anyways. And I attack it with my great sword. Again, it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. Dan, you want an 8? You want a 19 or a 19?
Rather
No.
12 damage.
You kind of hit the giant where he hit you, and it's like, yes, vengeance or retribution.
Retribution.
Retribution, right? That's the word.
Operation.
English.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. That one.
Bonus action. Want to do anything with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, dodge.
No, he doesn't have the dodge anymore unless he does the.
Yeah, I have one more, but I don't know if we're gonna have a short rest sooner.
I mean, you have like 30 zombies that are currently being slowly buried, so.
Oh, hang on. Just gotta see. Yes, it's a bonus action. Second wind. For 3
Hey.
I can win for it. Damn it!
You kind of like look at your wounds and kind of like try to fix it quickly, like crack the bones back into place.
I take a deep breath with like half of a lung.
You go, ow.
Or like you try to do a trick where you pop your eardrums out again, but just like with your lungs,
Yeah.
and the riff pop out. C, your turn.
Okay, let's go ahead and try swinging at him. 13.
It still hits.
Great. 11.
It has an armor class of 10, so.
Nice.
Okay. The NPC's turns. Patricia is like trying to find the club at least, but she lost her dominant hand, so she's kind of holding it awkwardly in the sidelines. It's like, if they get here, they will not move further. I can promise you that.
I want to say something sarcastically, but I'm just gonna.
Jacob swings at the giant with his own great sword. And that was +8, wasn't it? Yeah.
You should say. I was gonna say for the damage.
It hits
However
both
much
times.
damage, but then at the end of, so if it's like 4d6, do 4d6 RO less than 2.
Okay. Before I add the modifier, right? RO.
Put it in my chat for you.
I'm trying to say
That. Oh, it didn't do the less than 2. It still didn't do less than 2. But yeah, it's just the less than symbol. Yep. So if it 46. Oh, did you put a space after RO? There's no space.
Did you remember to put slash
In
R?
either case, I rolled, no ones, so.
Well, it's a 1 or a 2.
Oh.
Yep. So re-roll one of those d6.
So that's the way it works. That's
yes,
nice.
That's the way it works.
Yeah, that's +3 damage. And Jacob takes out the zombie giant's calf and cuts through the leg, so he kind of stumbles forwards and mushes more of its zombie compatriots downwards and probably killing a few of them. And it's limping, but it's still up and active. And Silvera looks at you, Preston, and says, "Oof, oh, that doesn't look good." Kill wounds at the 3rd level, so that's 3d8. Take 13 back.
I was really expecting a super low number.
+5, so 18.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she just gives you like 6 back. You're like, damn it.
That would not bode well for your character's future. And Rex is kind of like, okay, hang on, I got a spell for that. Like once the giant's dead, I can take care of the rest of them. And just kind of like waits his turn and holds his action. Pierre, what are you doing?
Shooting it with firebolt. Actually, you know what? I'll shoot it with magic missile.
Spend that spell slot.
Hashtag spend that spell slot. Spend that
I'm
spell
only
slot.
using a first level spell slot this time. 1. Ooh, nice. 2, 3. 13 damage.
Ooh, that's getting it pretty close. You see the bolts like hit the same space it hit before, and like it's leaving now not just bruises but actual holes in the flesh of it. There's a big bone exposed of it. Okay. Do you want to do anything for your bonus action?
Nope, I'm good.
That's good. Apokas, you see a barely alive zombie giant in front of you.
We'll attack this. One hit. It will expand. So it's poor damage, but 14.
Okay, you see the giant get hit by it, and the psychonic energy courses through its body, and it tilts to the one side, to the other side, to the one side again, and just mushes these kind of like zombies. But then it remembers that it doesn't have the other leg and falls sideways down onto top of the other zombies.
So is it dead?
Yeah, well, let's find out. For now, it seems to be dead. It's a sushi saver, so
Well, it's now its turn.
using a fire, special damage taken at 19. And it's its turn now. It has a special modifier. So let's see if you can beat a 19. It doesn't. It stays dead.
Alright, it's dead. Start burying these things.
Okay, I start casting Boulder at the...
Move to the sides. Come on.
I start casting Boulder again to fill up everything.
Actually, can you remove can you remove the fire? I have a.
So
I was going to.
I was just going to say, we haven't left initiative order, and Rex did prepare an action.
Okay, then I'll go back where I was.
Do you move? He's waiting for you guys to move away.
Yeah, he said move back, so I'm gonna.
There's one more back. Right.
And so does Jake as well. Jacob, sorry. He has a nickname. And he casts Fireball on a group of zombies that are in an enclosed space, so it's not really going to do much. And you see him like look at his book, scruff the neck of his familiar, and from the familiar's eyes, a beam shoots out and hits in the center and explodes in a fiery mess of body parts scattering about.
I do know that wasn't necessary.
There's zombies. The last time they were buried, they didn't stay down. This might be a good idea.
Oh, whatever. They walk back up. Well, that was exciting.
I will walk over to one of the bodies of the people who died and wipe my rapier off before putting it back.
Why over there? Did we already cast him into this?
I'm pretty sure Derek's body
Derek's
isn't
under the
whole anymore.
Under the ship.
Okay.
Okay. So that was shit. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but we gotta find some place where we can, camp up. It seems that the guy knows we're here.
Yes, quite.
So it's saying.
I believe we do need to leave, or he'll come back and try to kill us.
I've got a thing I can do about that. I think it's gonna take some time to make, though.
He seems to have exhausted his spell repertoire. My guess is he's going to wait until he rests as well before he comes back. I think we have time.
Can you roll me a perception check, everybody? Or actually, an insight check. No, perception.
Perception. Doesn't matter. They're both at -2.
Okay. Preston and Pierre, you notice that Jacob and Silvera, they kind of share a worried look when they refer to the other guy. That's all. Like, just like that stuff.
Did you recognize him?
No.
Insight check.
19.
11.
Is he lying?
Also
I'm
11.
gonna
That's
roll that.
investigation. That's not even insight.
Oh, oops, hit the wrong
You
one.
look at the sand. You're pretty sure the sand has some secrets.
21.
Okay, let's see. Yes, deception. 4. Gonna GM roll that.
Feel free. But you probably shouldn't have said aloud that it was deception.
That's why I wanted to stream things, so I know how to handle the next. No, that's scheiße. Really? How do we do it then? Ah, well. How do I GM roll then?
Slash GMROLL space
Ah,
1d20 plus whatever bonus.
Hmm. He isn't entirely telling you everything, but you think it's more because of the situation you're finding yourself in. He's like kind of confused, and it's like it seems like he's recognizing like a pattern of behavior, more or less, in the guy. Like he has dealt with some things similar, possibly.
Well, at this point, I don't care. I just want to get off of this, away from this place. So if there are any more zombies or that fucking idiot comes back, we are safe somewhere.
Right.
I don't believe the idiot is going to be coming back. He's kind of buried under a boat.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about that idiot.
Oh, the
What are
fly.
you talking about? Where
There we go.
Wait.
Yes.
Isabella is like looks at you guys and like, what are you talking about?
Nothing.
Oh God.
And I just start walking.
And I'm just like, Derek.
Yeah, where is he?
Oh, I have no idea.
I lead them over to Derek.
Why is he in front of the ship?
Well, it seems to be that he died there.
Apparently, there's this book called Titanic or something. I think it's probably sexual, but it's got like boats.
How do you
And
find
he
any
wanted
sexual?
to do something.
What's any sexual? Makes no sense.
Well, no, tit.
Once you spend enough time at sea,
Oh, that's true.
you
Yeah,
anything
to be
starts
fair,
to become attractive.
like, sailors, another term for sailors is. So, there's plenty of sexual stuff in sailing.
Well, he died. Oh yeah, he died. Let's get the rig and some everything going. The proper ceremony of death, we can do that when we get somewhere safe.
No, no. Just think we can just head onwards.
Shall we hold a quick eulogy?
It's fine. They're dead. They won't get any less dead. Let's go.
I like your attitude.
I take off an imaginary hat, hold it up to my chest, and I say just loud enough for the people around me to hear. He died as he lived, as I said before, making a mess. I'm gonna walk off. I drop the imaginary hat and I walk off. I don't even put it back on.
I mean, that's kind of
A single tear falls from the side of Rex's face. It was beautiful. In any case, I think we're gonna end this session here as we see you guys walk towards the island of Exaldria.
Yes. Well, that was a good first session. I had fun. Everyone else.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Sorry, I just like to point out that your outro, for some reason, like invoked as we're walking into the island.
Yeah. Well,
Just like, oh, okay, Jurassic Park.
yeah. All right.
I mean,
And
if we don't
now
run
we're
into
on.
dinosaurs, I'll be surprised.
Now we're on to chapter 2.
Oh God.
Oh wow, that was fast.
That was a quick chapter.
You don't get to develop anything. Here's what I wrote for chapter 1. The trip and crash, 1 session. Establishment of mission, introduction of important NPCs, the crew of 30 becomes.
All right. Well, that's gonna be it for today. That was fun. I had a lot of fun with it. I will be back either tomorrow or I will be back on Monday playing Borderlands. And then, we'll be back with a brand new next session of this game in 2 weeks. So I'm gonna call it for the night. Thank you for those who came out and have a wonderful night.